Good morning, YouTube. Today is Friday, May 3rd. We got a horsey race tomorrow, boys. How we doing?
Doing good, man.
Doing well. Hanging in there. I'm alive, as you can see.
Good to see Tommy back for a couple shows in a row. I feel like now we're always just we never know, right? We never know if Tom will be here or not, but it's good.
Yeah. Now before it was the battery dying on the laptop. Now it might be a baby crying, maybe a diaper change. I don't know.
Yep. We're gonna try to make him look as tired as possible these next couple months. So keep giving them calls, everyone. But happy you're here. We had a big week this week. It continues today with more jobs numbers coming out. But on Wednesday, the Fed adjourned their meeting. Of course, they did what everyone expected, and they didn't touch rates. What everyone was waiting for was Fed Chair Powell to make his comments. His comments are always very important. And really, what he said was kind of what we expected. They're not raising rates at this point. They're not lowering rates at this point. They need to watch the inflation number. The Fed's not going to do anything until the inflation number comes down. And he did again say rates are going to be higher for longer. I think all of us can agree at this point, I don't think we're having any rate cuts in 2024. I mean, frankly, at this point, with inflation numbers still going up, we're now in May. Maybe you get one at the end of the year if things really start to improve, but that number of 3, 4, 5, 6 rate cuts in 2024, I think we can officially cross that one out, move on, and give buyers what to expect here coming up. Because 2021, Janet Yellen said inflation was going to be transitory. We'll be here for a short time. Then we had the Putin price hike. And here we are in 2024. Inflation is still here. Like we said, like we predicted on this show, rates go up quicker than they come down. We had other people in the industry saying we were going to have high rates for a couple months and then they'd be back down. Well, here we are 2-3 years later, and we still have inflation problems. We're going to have inflation problems moving forward. I don't see it going anywhere.
No, I don't really see an end in sight. I mean, I'm hopeful that next year we even get some rate cuts based on how everything's going right now. The inflation number is just way too high, and the job loss isn't there, which would drive that down. So, I don't see any way to kind of fix this inflation short term. There's no solution. There might be one solution. Put the drills into the ground, but I don't think we're going to do that anytime soon. So I think it's going to be here for a little while.
You got anything else?
Yeah, we're definitely going to see it for a while. I mean, ultimately, inflation is supposed to help slow things down, but if the government's still spending money, it's kind of counterproductive, right? So, I mean, we've been talking about rates are going to be, no lower than, where we're at right now, basically. So, I mean, if you're looking to buy, it's a great time to buy. Just don't take an arm, Don't listen to those lenders saying, "Hey, I'll give you an arm for a couple of years," because all those people in 21, they've adjusted 2%, so they're higher than what rates are right now. So,
no, it's kind of crazy. I actually quoted out an arm refi. There are things about to go up here soon, and I quoted one this week actually.
Yep, those buyers are definitely looking to refi. We've always been saying you need to purchase off the payment that you see now. If rates get better, you can refinance and better yourself, but you can't purchase a home hoping that it's going to be better down the road.
Yeah. Be quite frank, I don't even know why they met this week. Nothing happened.
Well, they have to meet, Tommy. So now here's the flip side. We had the Fed talk. Now we got jobs numbers today. This is, again, going to be a big number that could potentially change rates. We don't know how they're going to come out. Jobs numbers will be out here, I guess, within the hour or so. But as of right now, we don't know where they're going to come out at. So we tell everyone all the time, right? These rates are moving every day. They're moving sometimes multiple times a day. We've tried to get as much information out to our realtor partners with rates twice a day to keep you guys updated of where everything is. Because right now it's just an ever-changing market where you may have gotten pre-approved on Monday, and now on Friday that rate it's going to be different than what it was Monday. It's why we're trying to push. You got to get pre-approved as early as
Ryan, you know what rates don't move that often?
Oh, what, Tommy?
PHFA rates, the bond rates, KFIT, and some of those KHL programs. Those don't move, and they're still in the fives, folks.
That is true. We do work with PHFA, that Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency, that have great state bond programs. They're going to move different than that secondary market. So we will continue to highlight those programs. If you're a first-time home buyer, especially, you can't listen to all the news. If you're a first-time home buyer, you have more options than anyone right now. There are plenty of programs to help you get in, whether it's either a lower interest rate or it's closing cost assistance programs. If you're not a first-time home buyer, I would say take all that equity you're getting for selling your home, because it's a boatload. Usually it's not that much, and put it towards your second home, or use it to buy down your interest rate.
That was a good ad. I mean, I think we could run that promo back and say, this part of the segment is brought to you by PHFA, the lowest rates in the game right now. Give us a call so we get you pre-approved for one.
Right,
Something
we'll
like
that. Yeah, we'll clip it. We'll send it up to Harrisburg to see if we can get some advertising dollars.
Yeah, I mean, they're sponsoring us, so.
But yeah, I mean, talking rates, we've been 2 years now of higher rates, and Anth is pulling up now our wonderful candlestick chart. And this is for the whole year so far. This is year to date. Left of the chart is January 1st. Right of the chart is today. Lower on the chart, higher interest rates. So remember, in December, we were expecting this chart to look opposite. Everyone thought all the numbers were saying the Fed had inflation coming down, rates were going to lower, and just frankly, rates have steadily gone up in 2024. Where
ever since you started talking about that golden cross,
tell me about it.
It's a wooden cross now.
Listen, Tom, economists, the Fed, weathermen, they all have the best jobs in the world, because they can tell you wrong information and then just adjust as they go. So we were going off of the information we were told. Sometimes the experts are wrong. So
it'll be that one time in history where we got golden cross and went down. So now they can mention it every time.
Well, I think in 2024, everyone on the screen can predict you're not going to see a giant drop in rates in 2024. Expect them, hope that they stay where they are. We don't want to see anything nearing that 8 number. And there's people out there predicting they're going to 8. I'd rather see 5% than 8%. But again, you can't spend money as a government willy-nilly and not expect there to be a consequence to that. There is absolutely a consequence, and we're all paying for it. It's called inflation. I don't have any other way to put that. But in my eyes, from economists I listen to, there's only one person out there that can cause inflation, and that's G.I. freaking Joe, and that's the U.S. government. We don't cause inflation. Companies don't cause inflation. The government causes inflation, and that's what we're seeing here today in 2024.
No, I think too. I mean, we just want them to remain steady. If they stay around that 6% mark, there's a lot of buyers in the market that's still going to help for the inventory that's out there as well. If they drop to 5 or something this year, I think we got a bigger problem than mortgage rates on our hand. I think that would mean we go into a full world war or something else is going on of that nature. So that's not necessarily what we want to see either.
Yeah, I at this point, I don't see that happening. There's no,
The world would almost have to end, I think.
yeah. You got to expect rates. I mean, if you're a home buyer, if you're a real estate agent, you got to give real information, and you got to expect rates to stay around where we are right now. I don't see any giant change up or down here going forward, but we're here to keep you up on any news that comes our way.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Any
Make sure
final
you guys
word?
get your umbrellas and rain jackets out this weekend and into next week. We're looking at a nice 5-day monsoon coming through the Berg.
There we go. Tom gives babies. He's now a weatherman. All
Hey,
right, boys.
you said it's the easiest job out there, baby.
I said it's the only job you can say something wrong and just be right. But have a great
forecasting
weekend.
rates and forecasting weather on here.
If you need anything over the weekend, give us a call. See you guys later.
See you guys.